Hey, what's up? Good day, everybody. My name is Olani Adeyemi. I'm a beauty and fashion photographer based in Nigeria. I really want to appreciate La Mode Magazine for a big opportunity to share my story, which has been something I really love. I feel happy to share with people because I feel like it could really inspire them to chase their dreams too. And you know, I feel like everybody is born with a talent. Everybody is born with a gift, something they're actually good with. And we're in a society where people judge because they don't understand your story. So this opportunity is actually a big one for me, and I hope someone out there learns something. So now I get a lot of DMs. People talk about asking me how easy it was to switch from being a medical student to doing what I'm doing currently as a photographer and a retoucher. And I would like to break everything down, like as as easy as it could get actually. So let me start by saying my journey into photography wasn't really a straight one. It wasn't really a smooth one because I grew up with a family that actually believed in schooling, education, and stuff like that. So trying to chase dreams, let's say you're trying to chase what you believe in, aside from reading your books, aside from going to school, isn't really a big thing for them. So it was always discouraged. So trying to make a switch between medicine and photography it came with a lot of hardship. I would put it that way. I was in 300 level doing my basic medicals, and it actually struck me that what is actually life without a purpose? Like you get to live your life and you die without an impact, without people really, having any description about you. You're not leaving any prints behind. I don't feel like life should be lived that way. So when I was doing my basic medicals, I was in 300 level. I tried so many things. At the point I was doing graphic design. At the point I was doing web design. I was putting my hands on a lot of things. But then I found purpose. I found fulfillment really doing photography. Photography started, for me, it started like, okay, I was just going to try this out. Like I was just going to just see where this ends and all that. So I was trying to push the dream to be a medical person. My parents, my mom, my dad, they really wanted that for me. They supported that because I came from a family that, both my parents were medical practitioners. So I grew up around stethoscope. I grew up around needles and syringe. I grew up around all these things. So, there's this thing about kids. It's in most cases, the parents, they always end up being the role model. So I wanted to be like my dad. I wanted to be like my mom. So they actually supported the idea of go to school, study medicine, make us proud. So, but when I was in 300 level, trying to make that switch was a very hard thing for me because I was gonna drop something that everybody believed could work for me for something that even as at then I just knew I wanted to do this. I didn't even know I was gonna go far. Doing that here. So I had a lot of opposition. My mom wasn't really cool about it, or I did, and my dad was a little bit indifferent about it. But then trying to figure out life on your own, trying to chase dreams, trying to chase passion, try to be the best you can be on your own. It's actually a really, really difficult thing for an average African person, kid growing, because there's this thing, if you want to chase a dream or if you want to do something and your parent really approves that, I feel like you go better far in that field. It was not really that kind of story for me because I don't know. It was not really that kind of story for me. But talking about how I made the switch, it was I made up my mind that I'm gonna focus on photography. I made up my mind I'm gonna do what makes me happy. Okay, fine. While growing up, I wanted to save lives. Like everything about me was I wanted to study medicine. I wanted to become a medical doctor. I wanted to save lives. And I found out that with photography, I'm actually doing the same. I know I shoot people. People get to enter my DM and talk about how beautiful I made them feel. Like they'll be like, yeah, we should shoot again. We should do this again. Like I've never felt this special. I've never felt this beautiful. I mean, I feel fulfilled doing what I'm really doing. And if I'm going to really talk about the community, like let's say the environment, the great things that have actually been here in Nigeria, like someone trying to do photography on its own. Because at a point, when I made a decision I was going to do photography, I reached out to a lot of people in the game that I knew already. They were doing better and they were really, doing fine in the game. A lot of people didn't even reply me, and the few ones that did, I couldn't really afford them because they were the big guns in the system. So that was another challenge for me. I mean, trying to convince my parents that I'm going to drop medicine for photography. Like my mom had to call me and be like my son, like who would want to hear that? Like your son is just an ordinary photographer. That was the way she put it that day. I was like, photography has gone beyond those days that people run around and they're not really making much out of their life with photography. I tried so hard to convince my mom that, like, do you know, okay, I think the whole point of trying to send us to school is to make sure that we make something out of our life. Let me prove to you that this is worth it. Let me prove to you that I could actually do this and make you proud. But as of then, it just didn't occur to them that photography was a big deal. So I had to, let me say I was stubborn. In fact, the actual truth is, if I wasn't a stubborn person, I might not really have made it this far in photography, because at every step of the way, I had oppositions. People, families calling you up like, oh, you're really living your dream of being a medical doctor, or really, you're just gonna just leave everything like that. So it was that hard. Actually, it was that hard. So, okay, so that was that on its own. Then when I decided, okay, I was going to be a photographer, then trying to learn the right way, trying to get into the system the right way was another issue for me, because I had no one around me doing what I wanted to do, which is fashion and beauty. Most photographers that were reachable around me were just taking on my portrait, the norms. And I told my mom something that was some that is a line I'm never gonna forget. I told her, let me make you proud. If the reason why you're sending me to school is to make you proud, is to bring glory to the family name, then let me prove something to you with photography. So I told myself, I promised myself, I took it up as a challenge that I'm gonna make the best out of this. No matter whatever happens, I'm gonna try to make the best out of photography. So when I made the decision I was gonna be a photographer, I like I said the other time, I reached out to the big guns in the system, and I couldn't really fit in, because the ones that replied me, a lot of them didn't reply, and the ones that did, their prices were just too high for an upcoming photographer. So I actually had to sit down on my own and learn on my own. So everything, people ask me a lot of questions, they don't believe that at first. I'm just 2 years into photography. I started photography 2 years ago, actually. So people don't believe that I'm a 2-year-old photographer. That's one. Then number two, people don't believe I learned photography and retouching on my own. So I used to try to. I love sharing this part of the story, because people always feel like when you when you want to chase your dreams, you will not see opposition. You would see you would encounter a lot of opposition. Your friends will come to you and be like, hey, I'm not sure this is possible. Your friends will come to you, your family will try to discourage you. I was there too. I don't know, I'm still kind of there because I'm still trying to prove myself to a lot of people. Now, a lot of things happen between me trying to make that switch, between trying to be a nice kid to my parents, trying not to be disrespectful, trying to fulfill their wishes, trying to please them. I was caught up in between that and another part of me that wanted to really be happy, that wanted to really live a life of fulfillment. I wanted to really impact people. I wanted to really be the reason why someone wakes up and be like, oh wow, so I can be this beautiful. Wow, this is nice. So so the switch was quite a hard one. It was quite a hard one. And back to what I was trying to say. So I actually had to sit down on my own. I sat down on my own and I learned photography on my own. It was hard. It was hard because I won't lie to you. I lost a lot of equipment trying to do trial and errors, trying to figure stuff out on my own. But it worked out at the end of the day because like I said the other time, let me say I'm just a very stubborn person, and whenever it comes to something I'm really passionate about or I really want to achieve, if I put my mind to it, it always works out. So that was how photography was for me, and it wasn't as if I had no opposition. Like I had a lot, like I said, I had a lot of opposition. Even at the point I was robbed. I was like a year plus into photography. Like I was robbed, all my equipment got lost and everything. I was back to square one, and nobody really wanted to help. Nobody wanted to help. At the point, my dad had to tell me like, or maybe God wanted to. Okay, let me try to remember the way he said. Yeah, he said there's a reason why your equipment was stolen. Like God wanted you to focus on your studies and all that. I was like, why would God do such a thing? Like it was I don't know how to really explain how hard it was for real, but then everything works. If there's a will, if you have the will to do something, there will always be a way. So that was how everything worked out for me, and I would have actually. I wish I'm at liberty to actually say a lot of things, but I'm working with time, and I really have to just make sure someone out there receives this message. I want to make sure someone out there take action, immediate actions right now, and make sure that whatever you're passionate about, whatever you want to do, no matter what people are trying to say about it, okay, this is not possible, this person tried it didn't work, you don't have to listen to that. You have to believe in the energy you carry, and that was how it was for me. Even me myself, I never knew I would go this far in this little short time that I started photography. I never knew I would have achieved this much. So that was how it was for me. And I feel like I should use this platform to also talk to a lot of people that is actually like caught up in between, trying to please their parents and trying to do what makes them happy. I think okay, now to be real with you guys, right now I've found a way to make sure that my parents understand that this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, whether they like or not. It's my life. Like, I'm going to be the one living this life for, I don't know, probably the next 65 years, I don't know. They are not going to be the one. So I own the right to this life, and I want to be happy. That is why I'm doing this. And this actually goes out to anyone that is caught up in between something like that. I was in my shoe too. Try to find a way to come to be on a common ground with your guardian, your parent, or whoever it is that is in charge of your well-being. Because I won't lie to you, it's very hard to go out there to chase a dream that your parent isn't really supporting. I would not lie to you. I danced to the tune, and I knew how hard it was too. So, but try to give them come from a logical perspective about why you want to do what. Maybe graphic design, maybe it's you want to do sports, you want to do anything you feel like you want to do that will bring you happiness, that will bring you fulfillment. Because when I wake up every day and I check my DMs, I see I'm fulfilled already. Like, I don't care how long I live, I've impacted lives. I feel very happy doing what I do. I wake up. This is what wakes me up. This is the reason why I wake up every day. That's photography. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy being in front of people, taking their pictures. Whatever they say from it's hard for me to have a client say, "Oh, we didn't like the picture." Like it doesn't. It almost never happened actually. So, but the bottom line, what I'm trying to drive at, the point I'm trying to drive home is, there's no point coming to this world and just living without an impact. And there's no point doing what you don't love. Whether you're even making an impact or not, there's no point doing what you hate. Because you're not happy. So why are you doing it? So I want you to look into that. I want you to look into that because probably there's a reason why this is happening right now. Maybe there's a reason why I'm live right now on La Mode magazine talking to you about this, sharing my story about how hard it was to shoot from my medical field, from my career into photography, something very, very different, like two different worlds, trying to, it's something that wasn't really easy, but I'm telling you, there is no day I wake up that I regret making that decision, because it's actually changed everything about me. It changed my life, it changed my perspective about life, it changed my story actually. So, and anytime I get a chance to share this story to people, I always leave them with a message that you can be anything in this life. Because at the point when I wanted to learn photography and I was stopped, I didn't have the resources, and I didn't really have the human resources and financial resources to get the right of the kind of knowledge I would have gotten in the first place in the right way. So that led me to, I had to just be like, oh, this is not going to stop me. Okay, yeah, I want to do photography and I will do photography. I'm going to do what makes me happy and I'm going to do that. But this time around, whatever is going to stop me isn't going to stop me. So what I did was that I sat down on my own and I learned photography on my own. The internet is there for you. You want to learn graphic design, you want to learn programming, you want to learn anything. You want to do something out of the ordinary. Yeah, there are resources online that you can use. So at your disposal, you need to just get out there. You need to start making action, because the problem with people is that I'm not a big fan of motivational speakers. I'm not the type that will come to you and tell you that you just need to believe and it's going to happen. You have to believe and make actions with it. Yeah, I believe that I could be one of the best in the game. Yeah, but if I did not make my actions, if I did not take actions, I will not be where I am today as a fashion and beauty photographer. So you have to believe, okay, this path is meant for you. You have to cut you have to cut out all distractions, everything that might or will eventually distract you from chasing your dream, from being the best you could be in that field. You cut it out. Then you take actions. You have to believe, then take actions. Believe, take actions. So, and when you're taking this action, don't expect that everything will be easy. This is the mistake people make. Okay, you plan that you want to be a fashion designer, and you're starting out, nobody knows you, you have to build a brand. You're starting out, you don't have enough clients and network to run your business very well. You have to be ready to put in the work. You have to get your boots dirty. That is a lot of things. That's actually something a lot of youth out there don't want to do. They're looking for shortcuts. They're always looking for a way around stuff, a way around things. It doesn't always work that way. You have to put in the work, because that is what you get respected for. So what I'm going to leave you with is two things. You believe the path is meant for you and you take action, because that action is very necessary. It's what is actually going to push you towards your dreams. It's actually what's going to push you towards where your goal, where you're really going into. And if you look at my page as a photographer, I do a lot of things. Actually, I sing too. if you check, you can check for yourself. I'm not trying to advertise anything here, but the thing is this. I think when you want to leave this world, probably on your dying bed or your sick bed, I don't think it will be worth it for you to come to this world, live like up to 70, 80, 90, and maybe on your dying bed you wish you had done something. It's no. I mean, I prefer to do something, fail at it, than probably not do it at all. Because like I told you when I started this broadcast, this live video, I laid my hand on like a lot of things that did not work out. That did not work out until I found myself in photography. So make your own decisions and take actions. Make your own decisions and take actions. So I don't know if you guys have any questions that I could just treat anything you want to ask me. You're an upcoming photographer, or you're a creative, you have issues, there's anything you want to like talk about, you want me to talk about, let me just treat that in the next 5 minutes because my time is actually running. And by the way, if this particular live video, if you missed it, you could send me a DM directly. If you need any help on anything related to what I do, I could be of help in that field. I could come through for you. So I'm gonna wait for a while to see who's out there that wants to hear something that I've not talked about, or if there's any topic you want me to like discuss, or you have questions. I really like us to treat that. Okay. Like I said, okay. I have people here just saying hi, no questions particularly. Okay. All right. So before I leave, actually, I want to be convinced, because deep down in me, I know someone, even if it's just one person, has watched this video and they believe that it's time that they took action. Like their life is beautiful, but they could make it more beautiful if they do what they're happy about, they do what they love. So I'm going to leave you on this note. And by the way, if you have any questions, like I said, you want to ask further about a lot of things that I've not treated, just send me a DM and I'll get right back to you, and we'll all be fine. Peace.